Hey, welcome to Minor Basketball. We want to show you guys right now what we have to offer. Obviously, we got a great city. We have phenomenal facilities here on our campus. We're here in front of the Don Haskins Center. Obviously, we have one of the best practice facilities in the country in our Foster Stevens Center. We want to bring you in, give you a great tour, kind of show you what our life is all about in terms of what we have to offer from a basketball program, and we're excited about getting a chance to show you guys. I mean, we're the only institution in the state of Texas with the national championship. I mean, that speaks volumes in terms of how big a state we have, and to have one basketball program stand alone with one national championship. I mean, again, it's a huge deal. I mean, Coach Haskins, legendary coach here, obviously, won over 700 some games, but the impact that he had on lives here in this community was probably his biggest legacy in that regard. I mean, what we did here in terms of winning the national championship changed not only the country, but also around the world. I mean, we were a big part of the civil rights movement, okay? We integrated college athletics with what that team was able to do in terms of starting 5 black players. They made a movie, Glory Road. I mean, again, if you haven't had a chance to see that, most of our players and recruits that we do recruit get a chance to see Glory Road. And again, it leaves a lasting impact on those guys. And when they get here, they feel a part of the tradition and want to build on the tradition. But again, we have the national championship trophy over here, man. There's not a lot of people have a national championship trophy that they can have in their building. And, and anytime you have a national championship trophy, the expectations are very high for our basketball program here. And we expect to try to compete for conference championships every year and get a chance to get to the NCAA tournament. Well, you have a chance to compete for a national championship, but a lot of people don't have this. This is a precious, precious item to have. Down on the practice floor, we're going to coach you hard. We're going to be demanding. We're going to try to get you better, get our team better. We come up in here, we want to have a different kind of atmosphere. We want to have a different type of relationship as well. And we strongly encourage our guys to come into our office. You can see here on the wall some of the history, again, of some of the great players that we've had that have played here and been tremendous players for us throughout the course of the program here and everything. So we've got a good wall of guys that we have there that our guys get a chance to see every day and get familiar with. You got Jim Barnes over here, who was the #1 pick in the NBA draft. You can go right down the list of other guys that had major impacts here that were on this 1966 team, and David Latine, you had Worsley, Archibald, one of the best of all time, to be a point guard in the NBA, and what he was able to do with his career. I make my way into my office here, and well, again, I strongly encourage my guys to come in and we get a chance to interact, and they see a whole different side of Coach Terry than they see down at the practice floor and everything as well, and get a chance to interact and talk about life, talk about basketball, and just get to know each other a lot better in a different type of setting. I often like to bring them in too as well and talk to them about trying to say, hey, work your way to get on this wall over here. I've got a number of really good former players that have done a lot of great things, and also with some guys that I had a chance to meet that were idols of mine. You got Julius Erving, you got Bill Russell, the greatest winner of all time. You got the logo over here in Jerry West. You got the big old Mr. Triple Double, and then I got some of my former players and stuff, and got Pat Riley up here, a guy that I really liked as well, with one of my former players, Tyler Johnson, but a whole host of guys that I've had a chance to coach and interact with. Just an area where we can come in, we can watch tape, we can sit down, interact with one another, and get to know each other a little bit more intimately, as opposed to just being down on the floor where we're down there getting our work done and everything as well. But we've got a great office area, great office space, and not only for our staff, but also for our players as well. And this is your area where you guys obviously spend a lot of time and get to know each other a little bit better as well. But we've got some great digs for everybody. I mean, we redid this locker room here a year ago, and our administration was so kind to help us put this together for our guys and everything, but we're able to put a pick here, the logo in the middle of the floor. We're able to get the state-of-the-art lockers for our guys. Guys get all different type of shoes that we're able to get. I mean, Nike, we've got a great sponsorship with Nike, and as good a Nike deal as anybody in the country for that matter, but Nike does a great job of housing us. We have a number of different uniforms. We have an orange, we have a white, we have a navy, we have a gray, we have different nights that we use. We have Texas Western night, we have a Moneros night, so Nike's done a great job with our gear in terms of what we have to offer in terms of uniforms and in terms of just representing their brand. Guy has a code that they can punch in and have a chance to open up and lock the valuables in there and everything. That's always a very, very sensitive area. You're able to bring your phones or whatever you have, any valuables you may have, you can put this in here and secure it, and you know it's gonna be in a good place. You would think that your teammates, obviously when you're brothers, you're not gonna take from one another anyway, but you know you have a secure area to place things as well. Let's take a look at one of the nice features that we have here. We can put our guys' shoes up here. A lot of times you don't want shoes hanging out here in the locker down here and just causing a really bad look for you and also a really bad smell for you likewise. So guys are able to put their shoes in here and tuck them away a little bit as well. But we feel like we've got a great home for our guys, and this could be a great place for you here in terms of coming in and having a great locker room. You want to have a great locker room that you have close proximity to your practice facility, your weight room, your gym, and man, we've got one of the best in the country. We always say all the time that preparation trumps any pressure. There's no pressure in terms of what we do and how we do it because we spend a lot of time preparing. So we have the good fortune of having our own standalone film room where we don't have to share it with the women. We have our own men's video room and meeting room. The women have one likewise in the same facility and everything. We came in a year ago and changed the seats out. We have big guys, and so we put in some more conducive seats for those guys to come in to where they're comfortable and they're able to be attentive, and we get a chance to get a lot of really good work done in here. Again, another critical part and element to our program, strength and conditioning. We feel like one of the best strength coaches in the country, and CJ, he comes in and does, Coach Jones does a great job with our guys in terms of building our bodies up. We're not coming in to try to lift and be like a bodybuilder or a football player, but we are coming in to try to really strengthen our core and build our bodies up to where we can make explosive basketball plays, we can play through contacts, we can prevent injuries, but we have the luxury of having a lot of cardio equipment here, but as we make our way in, we've got a lot of the state of the art in terms of what we need. We got our dumbbell set. I mean, we can get done what we need to get done in here at a very high level, and we're lucky enough again to have a weight room right here in our standalone practice facility to where we don't have to go across campus. We're right here and we can get everything done, and we have our own strength coach with CJ that does a great job. We're in close proximity to our gym. We literally walk out of the weight room and we're into our practice facility, the gym here. And again, we're fortunate enough to be able to have a men's and women standalone practice gym, and it's not where we have to share our times with the women. They have their own gym, we have our own gym, and guys can be in here 24/7 in terms of working on their game and wanting to be the best that they can be. But you have a vehicle where you can come in here and you can drive it as fast as you want to drive it, okay? And again, I always tell guys, you want to be a player, you got to be in the gym 24/7 to make yourself a player. You want to make it an occupation, you got to come in here and really master the fundamentals at a very high level. And our guys, for a better part, get a chance to come in and do that. We've got 2 state-of-the-art shooting guns down there. Guys can come in, got no excuses in not being able to get shots up every day, and they can plug their music in, they can play whatever music they like. Coming in and working on your game, and really trying to be the best you can be. They have a swipe card. Our guys can get in here, and again, I talked about the vehicle. You can drive this vehicle as fast as you want to drive. You want to come in here and be a really good player, come in here and spend all your time in here working on getting better. But they've got a swipe card. All we've got to do is use their ID here, and we swipe our way in, and we're able to get in here 24/7. We have access here to, again, in this facility, we have our own training room where we have our men's and women's trainers. They're housed in here, and they do a great job in keeping our players on the floor, keeping those guys, from preventive measures in terms of injuries and things of that nature. Or if guys have injuries, they're able to rehab those guys here in our own facility as well. We don't have to go across campus to rehab. We can rehab and get all our things done here, right here in our training room and stuff. We got a great trainer with Andrew. He does a great job for us, and again, it's nothing like being able to have a one-stop shop. We have a one-stop shop here. We have our training, we have our meeting space, we have our locker room, we have our gym, we have our weight room, we have a place for our guys to eat upstairs, along with our offices also being enclosed in our facility as well. So again, one of the best facilities in the country. Minor basketball, I mean, it's really enhanced our program. We'd love for you to be a part of it. We think, obviously, get a chance to show you what we have to offer. Also gives you an inside look in terms of what we're trying to build and what we're trying to do. But we have the vehicle, and now you just got to come in and want to be a part of it and drive it. Minor basketball. We made our way into one of the best venues in college basketball, the Don Haskins Center. Last year we did a great job of defending the Don. We have a tremendous atmosphere in here. We got great students. The Maniacs over here, man, they do a great job. I mean, but this place is rocking, and it's really one of the toughest places to play, not only in our conference, but also in the country. Tremendous tradition here. Coach Haskins got a chance to open this building and coach many games in this building as well. You can look at the history of our program, okay, in this building here. I mean, we've got a number of jerseys retired up there, and a lot of great players that have played in this program here. And you can look at all our banners. I mean, obviously, we won, conference numerous times. We've gone to the NCAA tournament about 17 times, I believe it is, 30 plus times in postseason play. And we have a national championship. We've alluded to that fact already. We're the only ones in the state of Texas with the national championship. But one of the best venues in college basketball here at the Don. And, very difficult place to play and to come in and try to get a W.